Rust Valley Restorers gains much of its power from its willingness to dwell in unresolved spaces, and the recurring theme of the same mistakes is developed through a patient accumulation of moments that reveal how familiarity can dull urgency. From the outset, the series establishes a rhythm that mirrors working life itself: bursts of energy followed by plateaus, decisions made under pressure followed by periods of reflection, and it is within this rhythm that repetition takes root. Mike Hall's leadership style is central to this exploration, because it is built on charisma, experience, and instinct, qualities that serve him well in moments of crisis but become liabilities when consistency is required. Several scenes illustrate this tension clearly, particularly those involving planning versus execution, where confidence in outcome replaces clarity in method, and the resulting gaps become predictable rather than surprising. The show's refusal to sanitize these moments is what elevates it beyond entertainment, as it allows viewers to witness not just the mistake itself but the emotional logic that sustains it. When compared to traditional narratives of redemption or mastery, Rust Valley Restorers is more honest, because it acknowledges that awareness alone does not dismantle habit, and that knowing better does not always translate into doing better. The series often returns to the same visual anchors: the office, the yacht, the road through the valley, and these repeated settings create a sense of stasis that contrasts with the character's stated desire for progress, reinforcing the idea that environment alone does not change behavior without intentional redesign. On a personal note, the show resonates strongly with experiences of long-term projects where initial passion compensates for missing structure, only for that compensation to fail over time, and Rust Valley Restorers captures this arc with rare empathy, never reducing its subjects to cautionary examples. The conversations between Mike and his collaborators often carry more weight than the restorations themselves, because they reveal how trust, history, and shared struggle can make it harder to challenge existing patterns, and this relational dimension adds depth to the theme of repeated mistakes. Cinematically, the use of natural light, seasonal change, and unpolished dialogue reinforces authenticity, making repetition feel lived-in rather than constructed. As the series progresses, moments of restraint begin to appear, decisions not taken, risks declined, and these moments are framed as significant not because they are dramatic but because they interrupt the familiar cycle, suggesting that growth often manifests through omission rather than action. The same mistakes ultimately becomes the lens through which the show examines maturity, not as the absence of error but as the ability to recognize patterns early and respond differently, even when the old response feels easier. By the conclusion, Rust Valley Restorers leaves viewers with a subtle but enduring impression that progress is measured not by how often mistakes occur, but by how consciously they are engaged with, and that restoration, whether of cars, businesses, or personal habits, is never a one-time achievement but a continuous practice of attention.